Mr. Gulati, what are your first thoughts on the budget announcement?
Thank you so much for having me on board here. So I think its budget clearly is talking about uplifting the masses, focusing on the lower strata people, focusing on generating employment and enhancing skill for youth, focusing on farmers and women. So I think the it's clearly is talking about how can we overall uplift the masses and then bring up at par to the society, and having focus on how to improve the productivity and resilience in agriculture, employment and upskilling, focus on manufacturing, infrastructure, energy. So it's a nutshell in a combination of multiple things. But having said that, the theme remains that they are talking about uplifting masses, in this budget.
And at the same time, Mr. Gulati, as far as your sector is concerned, are you satisfied with some of the announcements that have been made, or were
Yeah,
there?
to a great extent. I think I would say the kind of under Mudra scheme they have revised the slab from 10 lakh rupees to 20 lakh rupees. I think we all know there is a huge credit gap. When it comes to MSMEs, they are always in need of fund. And then
Yes.
last previous budgets also there have been earnest efforts in those budgets to fulfill that gap. And there are few steps that this budget has also taken again. So one is enhancing the limit in a Mudra scheme from 10 lakhs to 20 lakhs for businesses who would have paid their previous loans. Secondly, the big one is public sector banks. They have been advised to enhance the or develop the skill set to do the credit assessment. For these MSMEs online digitally. So far, the entire assessment, most of the assessment public sector banks do is offline, which is a very tedious and then process full of pitfalls. So which restricts credit to MSMEs. So that should help to a great extent. Third one is under credit guarantee scheme, the term loan for manufacturing MSMEs has been revised to up to 100 crores. So I
Yes.
would say the all these initiatives are going to help small business move to micro to small and small to medium side. But I think I would refer to the previous point that you were talking about. We all know that on skill side, only 10% of India's manpower workforce gets formal training, and MSMEs do almost 60% of job creation in the country. Under the revised scheme, the allocation of 1.5 lakh crore to enhance the skill development and then to create new jobs surely help MSMEs to uplift their overall quality level and then the amount of contribution they can make to whether it is on manufacturing side or service side. So this will really enhance the MSMEs capabilities to a great extent. The other one is the budget mentions about e-commerce, export hubs under seamless regulatory and logistics framework. And these e-commerce hubs are going to promote products being manufactured by MSMEs. So overall, I would say the budget has been another step, in direction of pushing MSMEs to next level of growth path. Having said that, I would have expected slightly more focus on easing out licenses, inspection, and compliances, be it on labor side or on land side. So those would have been really, another help for MSMEs that they keep looking forward to.
Mr. Gulati, at the same time, just in the run-up to the budget, the conversations that we were having, a lot of entrepreneurs were talking about how there is a lack of ease of doing business as far as the practical realities of India are concerned. What is it that you would then, your message be to the government as far as bridging that gap, the vision of ease of doing business on paper versus a practical reality? What do you think, what is your message to the government? How do we achieve that? Especially, like you said, that there were some expectations from particularly the MSME sector as well on certain reductions.
Thank you
Yes.
so much for bringing this up. You are bang on. So though there has been significant improvement over last year, but two major reforms which remain to be addressed when it comes to MSMEs, which I mentioned earlier. One is the land reform, the other one is labor reform. So if we were to really help in terms of improving the ease of business for MSMEs, so if these two things can be addressed, to a great extent, that will help MSMEs big time. So these MSMEs normally are one or two people army. They don't have, we all know, the wherewithal to manage these permissions. So there is still a significant scope to ease out various licenses and inspections and compliances around regulatory, around land, around labor, which will help, these SMEs, MSMEs to focus on their core business. So I would say if two things which can be worked upon, which can be simplified, one is the labor reform and the other one is land reform, which will really help these MSMEs to ease out things right there.